Prove it.
Welcome in, everybody. You're about to experience Legend Scrims Farlight 84 live. We got the most stacked lobbies around. Let's go. Let's go, Pew. Let's go. Liwa, Corrupted. Good to see the familiar names in here. And if you're new, this is Legend Scrims, where the lobbies are going to be very sweaty. They're already filling up. And we've got some chaotic casting from myself.
Lister.
What's my name?
ListerBungi.
Are you ready?
Yes, that's right. You can get into that first room now if it's still up there. Watch live ListerBungi YouTube. And the password will be 11111. In the top right, Dean, you can see it on the screen, hopefully, in the top right of the screen. You see the password 111111. That's 6 ones. There are already 50 in those, so you better get running there, Dean. We got 3 rooms to cast tonight. Each one casted live with myself, ListerBungi and Joshua, who's filling up the first room right now. And we got one more to go in. Dean, I hope you made it. Dean, did you make it? Chat, did Dean make it? I saw the familiar names in there. So I'm hoping Dean made it in. I think we'll be ready to bring Joshua in as well. Bring up Josh so they can hear him. There he is. Joshua's in the house.
I'll be honest, I was just planning on staying silent this whole day, you know, not talking, so I guess I can talk, you know, since I'm so nice and stuff.
What did you have planned? Just watching. Watching everyone
be sick and just watch. Exactly,
yeah.
Exactly. On the bright side, game 1's starting, so get ready for that, guys.
Game 1
Okay, let me get a little bit more situated. I'm leaning back and stuff, so we're on Spain servers today, guys, so get ready for some Spain. Ping.
Hello there, Reenie. So nice. They've got the soundtrack as well. Is good for laying back, although everyone's in that first room. I was just saying to you off stream, wasn't I, Josh, about luxury, wire, and rated. Luckily for the rest of the lobby, luxury don't seem to have turned up, but wire and rated won a game each on the last week, so those are going to be the ones to watch out for this week to any new people who have shown up.
Honestly, I'm kind of just hoping that some team manages to pull off 3 wins in a row, just so that they're the only team on the card. You know, just looking impressive. It'll just be like 3 different characters. It'll just be wire player name, wire player name, wire player name, or something like that. You know, why not?
And it'll be their whole lineup. I'll try to get the just exact skins that they had, their whole lineup just on, and wire just straight down the middle of the thumbnail. But that's something that we're going to try and do anyway, guys. On the thumbnail, if you want to get on that thumbnail, you got to win the games.
Definitely doable. I've seen just about all of you guys win a game before. Pretty sure. Ooh, interesting strategy for diving straight down here.
Let's get straight over to it. It's going to be squad number 14, and you guys are for some reason not seeing that. Where is the Discord stream? Wait a second.
Action off.
Panic.
Should be
No,
up.
yours is up.
So,
Yours is up.
oh.
It was my end. There we go. We got sound this week as well. We're all good. Straight in on it. Squad 14. Takar lineup. Takara. I've not seen this lineup though. I don't think. An A on the end.
Maybe Academy. Maybe they're like an up and coming team or something like that for them. We also got Freedom on that lineup as well. So definitely also another good player there. Using that snatch paw there to take some stuff from Big Jim here.
He didn't need it. Got wiped out the lobby early on here. It's going to mean Takara get all that lovely loot early on and hopefully get their loadout early.
Zone's pulled very far bottom left in this situation here. We're actually moving over to the high resource zone here. Wire's fighting. They've got 2 players cracked for their shields right now, but there's rated E is in the area, and they're just trying to heal, it seems.
A big battle straight off the bat. It's gonna, they are going for that thumbnail here, Wire. Well, let's see what they can do. Launching themselves into the air and chasing down Rated.
Oh, I don't think rated E intended to run into this person here. They made some noise, and unfortunately it means that Easy's gonna get found out here. Now Cat's hiding inside there, gonna have to pull something off, unfortunately getting taken out there. We see a player from Team 4. That's not gonna be a player from that rated lineup. Going for a res, definitely quite risky there.
We've seen Bruh before. He's in a duo, Squad 18, and getting himself some early kills with the Ranger assault rifle. We'll see if he's able to slide on Wire a little later. Someone who definitely... Oh, no. Shots from above.
Oh, we move back over to Wire here. That Team 4 res did get off there, but Wire just took an opportunity to pretty much just farm an extra kill there in that situation there. They've got Furious, Miwa, and Vendetta today.
Going for that thumbnail all over. Look at this, 5 kills in the resource center. This is what we see Wire doing quite frequently. So guys, if you are watching and you want to knock Wire out, potentially on game 2, go for the resource center. It's going to do them pretty good in the rest of this game going forwards there though, Josh.
Yeah, no, definitely agree. It's going to be interesting to see if there's any players left on that rated E lineup, or if all 3 were taken out there. But we've got, I mean, Wire's obviously one of the favorites to win here, but we also got that Team 13 there I just saw was looking pretty stacked as well.
At the moment, Bruh it's all on the line against a Maggie. He comes out as the dominant Maggie. Maggie on top. Gogulet rounds the corner with Rated S.
Noise. Oh,
and
Bruh
Bruh.
out strong there. Almost cracked a shield on Bruh.
Bruh in escape mode now. Gogulet in hunt mode. Who comes out on the top of this one is yet to be seen as Tens. Vinci getting mowed down by its Pew. We were speaking about this clan change for them last week. They've changed over to Dagger.
We're seeing them kind of close in on this fight here, try to find that last player on that lineup. The Team 10 players, I guess, decided to disengage after Pew eviscerated that one player there. Team 20 managed to win out in Nova here. This isn't a team we've really seen before, but seemed like they've all got pretty fancy looking names there.
They do have, and then, as you said, they are a team that's been put together today. A lot of the teams you are going to see tonight, because it is random, are teams that are usually haven't played together. I mean, potentially they could have. I've not seen any of these names, though. These aren't looking familiar to me. At the moment, though, they've got Nova Bazaar all to themselves. Quickly loot up. We got a bar sniper rifle and an AK. Hennessy takes a jet ride into the ravine because he's being hunted.
Being hunted is definitely right there. We see Team 3's in the area. There's a player from Team 11. Team 14 was probably one of the team that was initially hunting there. All around, definitely not a situation you want to be in one of those kind of pits, having to rely on the jetpack there. You lose all use of abilities, all use of, any mobility movement you have until you're at like the very peak of your sort of launch there. So definitely not the most ideal situation.
Definitely a desperate move. You don't normally just shove yourself into a ravine there.
Not every day. Sometimes you gotta though. Sometimes it is the right decision for what it's worth.
Oh, definitely is. If you stayed on, your friends would say, "Why didn't you throw yourself into that ravine? You've got a jetpack on your back."
I'd say it. I'll be honest. Can't really argue with it.
Here's the rest of Hennessy's team, though. They are taking names. Daddy.
Look at that. It's actually your daddy, just so you know.
Your daddy. Oh, yeah. It threw me off there
Yeah.
with the backwards R, but it is my daddy. And Caresto.
Ooh,
Reaper.
gosh, no wonder this
Bruh.
guy's our Reaper.
Bruh.
Go easy, bro.
He's a single-man show, and we'll have to see if he's able to come up against some of these teams. If he can isolate some of these teams around him. He is in Refinery in the zone, and we move over to squad number 3, which is an Anori
Scary
lineup.
sight.
A Derry lurking
such a
from the
strong lineup.
shadows. An Mbappe, a Dan, and a name change on one of those ones there. Bo
They
needs
play
a
like
buff.
they're playing very split, but they're like a wall. Like they're walking forward together. As soon as they find one, I assume they just regroup and then they just go all in. But moving a little split, but just also as a unit at the same time. They've heard some shots, it seems.
And they have the wall fortified at squad number 3 and hoping to take their name back on the thumbnail. Anori, of course, one of those teams. And they pings come out with the Thunder DMR. We've seen this before. Mbappe launches his bombs into the air and gets him to close that distance. No one's peeping yet. Oh! In the back of Salaman. And
This is one of those situations that's only going to get a little bit more intense as the time goes on here. Zone is moving in about 40 seconds there. So with that in mind, they only got about 20 seconds before it's right on their back there. And with a team like Anori shooting at you while you're already committed to a fight, that's such a tough situation to be in.
A horrible situation. You said wall, it reminded me of Attack on Titan, and the rumbling is coming. Anori are slamming through this area.
Literally, that's the image you get with a team like that. They're literally colossuses, and you got to watch out because they are definitely strong. When we see Bruh here, that still continuing that domination as a solo player. It's one of those things where if you're a solo, you probably don't really know what to expect in these lobbies, and playing confidently if you're able to is definitely what you got to be doing here. So great start, but not the team he wants to come in to contest right now.
He made himself a target there, shooting up at the evacuating team, but Wire, our champions from game number 2 last week, with the M80 shotgun and using it well here. Shotguns go flying and throw Ember off the cliff. Reaper Bruh is down as well.
Yeah, exactly. Bruh also going down, and your daddy down just as quickly. This is a unfortunate fight to encounter here. We've got gold shields versus blue shields in this 13 versus 3 fight here. Obviously, Pew's lost a lot of it initially, but we're going to see Mbappe playing very forward, very aggressive. It's a bit split, so they might be able to pull off something here.
Mbappe right in the midst of them, and it allows Bo needs a buff to shoot Gogulet. Preoccupied.
Good
Great.
angles, good. In general, sometimes you've got to play it quick like that and just all in commit. So great decision making from Mbappe there, just making it so that it was no matter what going to be a 2v1 situation for Pew trying to fight that after he got cracked there.
I like this as well. Good use of buddies. Good use of squeakies to get out of there quickly. As you said, that zone moving in 40. They knew exactly what was happening, and they're making that rotation through Nova Bazaar now, with Team 11 potentially in front of them to contest.
Take a look at the map. These are 3 teams that I almost for sure would have expected to be late in this matchup here. We've got Cupid here heading straight to Takar, but unfortunately it seems like he's going to be encountering, I think it was Mbappe taking the zip line there, so not what you want to see.
Mbappe taking a zip line. That sounds scary. Welcome in there, Bonesy. Hello, hello.
Oh, they're closing in.
Closing in and collapsing on him. A new Reaper arrives just in time for this final 3 teams here. Full stacks of 3. Who you got your who's the favourites here then in this?
It's a tough situation here. We're gonna have to see who is able to position themselves best, potentially for that drop to come out here. It also really does kind of depend on if on that earlier drop that comes into the match, if they got a Arbiter sniper or if it was something weaker. It looks like Wire and Takara are fighting right now, off in the distance though. So Gonna have to see. It's definitely looking like Inori is the favorite if that's the case.
I think they've just wiped them completely out, shrouded them in darkness, and barely took anything off the health. Look, just Miwa just got chipped.
Gifted a drop.
Oh my, it couldn't get any better for
That might
them.
be a respawn. That's a respawn. Never mind.
Sounds
Okay.
like one.
I thought they got gifted a drop. I was like, oh my, that would have been.
The heavens have opened
Impressive.
up for Wire. They've got themselves a sponsor box,
Literally.
though. It's not as good, but it's pretty good.
It evens out what the other team was going for at the same time. They've already got red shields, so they don't have to worry too much about the general shield situation. At this point, they've just got to make sure that they can sustain this longer range engagement here. They've started off by taking Panjay's shield off, but for now, it's just going to be playing for position, playing because everyone's so even. Look at all the shield for everybody.
I think we've got a sniper battle on our hands, potentially. No need to rush at the moment. We know how they're both leave. Panjay shield's getting taken down by Miwa there. He is near the launch pad, is he?
Yep. It's one of those things here where, like, these long range engagements, if there's still so much zone left, you aren't really forced to make a commitment at all at this point. So I'm definitely going to be surprised if we see, unless like some big damage comes out here, a commitment. Furious getting some shields cracked, but a little too far back for it to matter. I think if Miwa was to get cracked here and maybe a Lucinda ult came out, that would be something different. But I think it looks like just for now, Inori focusing on the rotate.
Miwa coming forward though, has to get himself away, but Panjay wants to chase it. You see he's backed up by Furious, who launches into the air. Just get that distance back.
We saw Sunil ult. Yeah, definitely boosted. You can see that kind of shroud around Furious right now. Probably going to end pretty soon here. So they think, yeah, just ended now. So not a whole lot of benefits out of it, unfortunately. But they have got themselves regrouped. They've got them all back to full HP. And now it looks like it's going to be a fight for this drop here. Team 3's already got position on it, but Wire's got this high ground area where they can hopefully oversee it. Obviously not a situation you want to be in versus Inori if it's come to get this drop. If they get themselves a time dominator, they get themselves an arbiter. There's so much stuff that can throw a easy thorn in this this plan of Wires here.
Well, that's what would be great if it was the new update, because that snatch paw can take and open up drops, but they don't need it at the moment. Panjay tries to blind Wire, tries to fend them off with bow ultimate and an ember. That vision is down.
And the time dominator was used, so the zone is moving. It wasn't enough where it's going to really affect anyone here, I don't think. If anything, it just kind of makes it so that everyone has to decide, okay, where are we playing? I mean, I think Chakar definitely has the better positioning area, and especially if they've got some good weaponry along with that.
Did we see Sparkies come over, but they're quick enough. Right in their line of sight to shoot them down. It's a war of people.
Oh, look at Mbappe to the side.
We'll have to see if he's
Do they
able to
know?
catch them out. It doesn't look like they do.
They don't know. They do now, though. 95 hitting onto Miwa here. They're trying to play a little bit more close because they know that Mbappe is split. Obviously, that you can tell Mbappe was probably realizing that one there. If you're a high level team, you notice these situations where there's a split player and you can maybe try to isolate an advantage to fight there. Obviously, in that situation, Mbappe hitting that snipe as well as also closing that distance is probably what made it a lot easier for them. We're seeing some distance getting closed here, though. Miwa's played aggressive. Panjay's down. We're down to 2 players left.
And they've still got that Sunil ultimate up as they spray in the face of Inori. Miwa is down, though, now. And the spray comes from Furious, who's able to take Mbappe. There's one left. He tries to close that. A confirmed kill. And Bo needs a buff, goes down. Wire again.
I know. I mean, I mentioned earlier that, you know, it might be a situation where Wire might win all 3 games. They're definitely strong enough and definitely capable of doing that one there. Just great. I will say, just a great showing of how to kind of close that distance there. We saw that Inori decide to back up there. They lose a lot of their cover in that situation there, and a lot of their options if they leave that building. And because of that, they were able to just jump and, you know, isolate a single player there. When Panjay, from the distance shots there, we saw a little bit of the slowdown, and then the fire also causing that slowdown to get behind cover and just with that alone, it was enough to secure that victory.
And we saw as well the double use of that Sunil. They'd used it earlier on in the fight, but Miwa was eager to use it again and was able to collapse down on top of Inori, and they take the first game of our 3 games tonight.
Let's see.
You think you can win? Prove it.
Four good teams. I'm gonna start next lobby up.
Okay, starting the next lobby up. You go and do that. And chat, we've got something a little new for you. While Josh does that. There is the lineup from... So it's Luxury, who are not in this lobby tonight, but we do have Wire and Rated unceremoniously taken out their chat at the beginning of the game. Oh, easy stuff getting shot in the back and giving that position away. We'll do chat. Do you know Words on Stream? Do you know that game? I was thinking maybe while Josh is filling up the room, which I'll tell you when it started, but again, it's going to be watch live at ListerBungi YouTube, room code 11111. I was thinking as many words as you guys can get, me and Josh can try and drop them in our cast today, if you guys are up for it. I was waiting until he's started up that first room for you guys, but then we can just drop it in. So okay, that first room is up, so get yourself in there. Watch live at ListerBungi YouTube 111111. There it is. Can you guys see that on the screen there? I just need to get the game started up. You know the premise of it. It's going to come up on screen. It's going to be a big anagram. Chat, just type in when you see it what words you think of. Any ones you get. I thought it'd be a bit fun that me and Josh try and drop as many words as you find into the cast. So that should be coming up for you right now. So as our first one, we got TLOYSM. Just type in chat any words that you find. It's timed, guys, as well, so anything you come up with, then me and Josh have to just get it in. Even if it's random, I just think that might have been a bit fun. You just type in chat. So starting off with 4-letter words. There we go, mostly. That one's got to be quite an easy one to get in there, though. Corrupted getting the highest one. Well done. Lost. Mostly lost. Lost mostly. Corrupted, we don't have doubles. What am I putting? Most. Now we go in. Okay, corrupted. I've got to write some of these down. There are 35 in the room. Yeah, what's up? What's up, Sins? We've seen you tonight. Just playing words on stream. Josh and I are going to have to try and put this into our cast somehow. Some pretty easy words on these ones, but slot's not something you'd normally say. I Okay, chat, we advanced to level 1. 5 words. Oh, I don't get to see what they are. Okay, the lobby's up to 40. Turn that off there. Really, Rhea. I think that one gets used. That one gets used quite a lot. Yeah. Read. Some good ones. Should probably type these to Josh as well. Any others we got? I was just about to say Dare Corrupted. Must have a psychic link. Ah, Luxury are in. Coming to defend. We got a rare find. Regard. Nice, Josh. He's supposed to be filling the lobby and is in here. Getting rare words. Grade. Oh. You didn't do it, chat. If you play one more. We've got a 40 in there. Corrupted won that one. Legend Scrims took second. Rinny, get yourself in here. Find yourself a random, someone to couple up with. There's someone in here that'll get on your side. There's someone who'll take a that'll fill that stubby sized hole for you. Rinny the goat, Rinny for president. You're going to be playing hide and seek then, Cinny. Just waiting for those third parties. Flower, wolf. Flowery. Flowery sounds like such a cheap one. Used to have a mate who used to play Scrabble. He'd be looking for prefixes and suffixes to get the Scrabble words. He'd spell stupid stuff like, I don't know, LF and say, look, it's a prefix. It's still a thing. So we're up to 50. Just 10 more to fill that room. We've got Flow. We could have. Flow. So I didn't think this through. You guys are getting too many. Oh, we lost it again. We've got to get past level 2. Are we on level 1? Let's go again. So the letters are I, D, C, D, N, E, U. Oh man, we got this. Yeah, we have. Come on, Pew. Come on, Pew. Oh, there's 60 in though. Josh is coming back. Nice and dice. Nice dice. Dude. Nice dice, dude. I'll let this play out till we go. 9 June. D dunce. No, that's not one. I think we're going to lose a level again. The lobby has started though. Died. Died should be one, surely. I think we lost a level again. It's cursed. It's cursed. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you did while this game's going on. Oh, we lost again. Oh well, let's bring it back over. We got.
You think you can win? Prove it.
So I can't remember what words I gotta use. I'm just gonna have to look at chat and there's gonna be so many messages and I'm gonna be like, were one of these even words I was supposed to be using?
Yeah, I didn't think that through. There was so many. I didn't realize we could get so many, but oh well. Here we go then for game number 2. Why are you taking that again?
Crew transport.
It's going to be a bit of a different one. Because Luxury's back in the lobby.
See if, true. And we'll have to see if Pew and crew can take out Wire at transport. I know they like to go there from time to time. See if they have decided to today.
Oh, Wire.
Nope, going for over here. Rocky Zone.
Rocky Zone looks like it's going to be pretty congested, guys. Daddy Grizzly.
Open back up the map. Just for now. Oh, moving on over, we got, as you said, Luxury here, and they got Faker with them there. Another strong player, so definitely a lineup we got to watch out for today.
Yeah, Faker.
Saw Gary in the feed.
Gary's in the feed as well. Gary the Llama.
Yep.
Makes
That's the one.
And 6 Fosh of squad 18. Okay, with the shotgun.
Both the reloads off here. The 1v1 in that situation. I think they could have won. No. Oh yeah, Gary has Gogulet on his teammate there. He's hunting down players.
Yeah, Yoshi Azul is one of those players. Looks like he didn't have a weapon. Wasn't returning fire there. Not the best strategy.
It's slightly laggy in this early game here. Seems like it can be a bit more laggy. When that's the case there, chasing after this other Maggie there, not connecting any bullets there. That mobile aim assist not quite working there. Oh, but it's helping this time.
Looked like he was shooting ghosts there. A ghostly doppelganger of himself shooting into... We're seeing players shooting into nothing here. You said that lagginess, but it's all good. We know Freedoms can still connect those shots. Got himself an
one of those things about the players that have been playing this game for a while, even if there is like a little bit of lag, so many players are used to playing like cross region and stuff like that, that it's got to the point where, you know, you're kind of used to playing with ping. And even then the game is fairly, I will say, not super optimized, decently optimized for those kind of situations. Keen getting taken out here almost. Gogulate turning this fight around. Completely not what Keen expected there. He was down to like maybe 50 HP. That's 2 shots he's got to connect, but just positioning and better footwork there, coming out on top by Gogulate.
He wanted to keep his feet on the ground, but Gogulate made sure he flew.
Absolutely. Getting healed back up there. There's another team coming in here. Team 15 has a solo, but Team 12 also sent in some players there as well. Rated S here pushing up, getting some connections onto Pagana here.
Pagana looking at the flowers.
Oh, no.
And that was anything but a flowery exit. And Josh, I hope you are guessing what I'm doing here with this flower as soon as you got that flower in the words on stream just.
Oh, this guy's getting teabagged here. Not a nice dude for sure.
Yeah, 6 Fosh coming in here taking names and oh, a rifle check as well to send him to his grave. That was pretty foul.
Gonna rotate out of here. Gonna play from this tower for now. Have a position to hold out. Actually, using the scan, getting some even more information that way. Take a look at the map here. Still pretty spread out team fire wise here. We got Wire coming into a fight with Rated. This isn't a team that wants to fight. You don't want to fight here, especially now that you're down 2. We see Easy off in the distance though. Has managed to disengage. But for Wire, they're feeling pretty happy about that one there.
They want a repeat of that first one. Got that Pale Peeper out and hoping to chase O'Heasy again. They've got the launch pad next to them. If they want to chase, it is an option.
They've got zone right now, so they don't have to worry about their rotations as of yet. Obviously, you know, this is a team that wants to hunt down those last players. Make sure there is no reses happening. We're moving back to 6 Fosh, however, though, still securing this one central building in Nova. Getting yet another kill. 6 kills to their name there. Pretty much the sole firepower of this team, but doing a great job so far.
Sole firepower and absolutely no regard for the feelings of the players that he's teabagging on.
Gonna get big fan of the scan here. His other teammate looks to be potentially AFK. I don't think there's anyone else. Maybe that Team 11 player might get seen. That's about it.
Takar looking a little torn from his own team. Ooh. Wants to slot that M4 assault rifle into Team 4's back. Nice use of the Sparky.
Man.
Makes sure BIP cannot move up on him.
Yeah, great positioning, great placement there as well. Always nice to see.
A Pogner getting collapsed on. Fire and bullets.
Player on this team here, all mobile. 808S as well. Oh, Buzzy coming out. Gotta shoot that out. Don't let it go for free. Oh,
They
man,
get it. Sounds like it
see,
went.
Gary and Gogulate in the near distance here, trying to use some ultimates. Oh, connecting hard with it. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
Shot in the air.
This is not where you want to be if you're S. Holy.
Good use of the bomb. Get himself out of the way though.
Oh man.
Ultimates come down. Sucking in Gary the Llama. Decided it was time to leave. But Fallen shot them from the rear.
Oh man, Gogulate trying to do everything he can just to survive here. Unfortunately, getting found out there, using his smokes, using everything. Now we're seeing Team 3 here. They've been found kind of in the open here, but it doesn't really matter if you've got squad fire like that.
Now Pogner was just shot down from Refinery. And that roll of the dice didn't work out for him.
Unfortunate. 25 players left alive here. Still so many strong teams left alive here, and this is just one of them that we're watching right now. They're approaching Team 11 there, trying to get some information, but they know that they need to get to zone first, and they're definitely going to encounter Team 11 here.
Team 11 right there on top of them. Oh, Legort! Luxury dined on Legort's remains there. Jeez.
Now he's Lagon.
Yeah, definitely is. And that wasn't nice.
Genis here, trying to hide. Oh, definitely got heard, canceling that heal. Has the vision here to win, but unfortunately, when you don't make some distance in that darkness, you can still be seen, and aimbot coming out on top.
Yeah, he got into the flow of that one, and you could see that standoff, he hoped that ultimate was his savior. It wasn't.
Oh man, that's scary.
Launches
oh,
it.
that's terrifying.
Oh!
Trying so desperately to disengage there, but they've also got themselves into a situation where they've got Anori, or actually Avox and Takar here pushing up now. They got that kill, but they've got aggression coming straight at them.
Aggression's coming straight off at them with no shields themselves. Running a little scared.
Gosh, we have so many good teams left alive here. Anori's left alive, Rated E's left alive, Luxury's left alive, Rated S is left alive. I'm sure there's more in there that are not. Wire, of course. Oh man, that's just 15 and 22. Who's left in here besides that? Magic's left alive.
Got that 6 Tosh.
Still so stacked. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 6 Tosh from earlier with that six kills they had.
He was running as that lone wolf a little earlier.
Definitely. Easy using that ultimate there. Buy a little time for his teammates to disengage and potentially solidify this as their base if the other team decides not to approach.
For now, though, relatively uncontested just as the zone moves in. And Wire are one of those teams that, when they can, do like to third party. So they're in the perfect spot for it. Oh! And Thunder DMR's all around. Yeah.
I gotta say, when you have players like Wire who are so good with the sniper, it's so scary to think that we're going to be potentially moving to Sunset City for the next map. It's like, when you're able to just hit those consistent Thunder DMR shots, oh gosh, that's got to be powerful on Sunset. There's just so much open space.
I mean, you say that at the moment,
in regards
that
to
poll,
Sunset, make sure to vote, guys.
yeah, 30 votes
Yeah,
in,
what are we at?
50-50, split straight down the middle, Josh.
Oh, that's
not-
messed up. Come on, chat. Can't just leave it at 50-50 like that.
No, you
That's
can't.
crazy.
We can't have half the lobby in one and half the lobby in the other. Someone's got to tip that over. Someone get a vote in.
It's so funny. Oh, whoever decided to vote just locked in and decided, nope, it's gonna work out that way, even it out. Obviously not intentional because it doesn't show the results in advance. So just a funny situation. We have Avox here and Takar shooting at Luxury and Faker from attack here. So they're trying to disengage here. If they get some heals off here, you might see them try to turn this one around and get some shots back.
We'll see if they're able to turn the tides on this one. The camera pauses over to that resource center. Looking. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, he got. Oh man, that is a play right there. This is their chance. They can either decide to go a little bit faster here, or at least try to go for a little bit better position there. They've closed some distance at least, so that knock at least secured him that there. They're trading back some damage. Panjay's already lost a little bit more of that HP yet again. Now it's going to be a situation of do they decide to close in and close out this fight here, or are they going to just try to play it safer? They've decided to go in here. We see ultimates coming out.
Ultimate's coming out. And Nori goes after Dagger's Pew. Oh, he's very low.
that just leaves it down to Brad Lexion as the final player left alive on this lineup here. Dan's lost a lot of HP, but the other two players joining are full bars, and oh, so close there. Dan, 1 HP. The shield swap coming out and some heals coming out just as well. So close. 15 players left alive.
Started off so well. That beam coming out. I know it's
oh man, those snipes.
Oh.
Let's take a look at this map though. Uh-oh. This is a pretty big fight coming up here. We've got Wire coming up against Avox here, and then we've got Rated E potentially coming in from behind for a third party. So this definitely looks like a situation you don't want to be in. Rated E has the tougher rotate here just because they know all these teams are here. But for now, just focusing on the rotate. Definitely what you got to do here with these teams around.
With Wire preoccupied, the Rated E were able to sneak on by.
Uh-oh.
And here come Wire on top of them. On the top of Katop. Oh, Vendetta tried to get off that ultimate. It looked like he almost got trapped in that animation.
You see the Bull ultimate coming out here. Hopefully using it in front to give him some vision coverage there. Yes, makes a complete wall and separates a lane for them to push through here. They've got 1 HP onto the player of Avox here. They're going to get that finish, and now they have to decide if they want to continue on for this fight or go for continue the rotates and get to a better position.
Norris Dan has joined the fight. And they're clip-clopping on top of Takar's building. They're trapping them in as they try to res. And the Reaper gets reaped.
Like how many players does Wire have anyone left? They do. Miwa is their last chance here. If we're going to see a chance for all 3 games being Wire, this is pretty much it here. Doing everything that he can to survive here. Just encircled by 3 players from Inori. That's not where you want to be. Scary stuff.
He looked a little lost. Inori are not going to give you directions. The Fatum's magic is in here, but Inori have Rated to contend with.
I could be wrong, but I think Magic was in a Storm Empress. Yeah, it does seem to be the case there. Got flown outside of the zone because of it there. But now it's just going to be a situation of Rated E versus Inori here, with Luxury is potentially that kind of thorn in the back here. They could get some shots. They could get a free kill here. Unfortunately, the shots do not connect. None of those shots, they definitely got to hit those, especially if they're trying to play that flank play. But 2 cracks happening onto Inori here. That third party coming in big from Rated E. We're seeing a push up here from Pan J. They take out Aimbot, and now it's going to be up to Faker to at least delay this enough so that Rated E can get in here.
And Rated E will not make it over while they're occupied. Able to get the shields back up now. And the fire does come over from Rated's direction. Going to make sure that they can't get healed up, but it's going to look like they are going to be able to. Oh, he gets shot from the back, Poof. Watch out!
Yeah, I don't think he realized that one there. For now, it's going to be a situation of just trying to trade that damage at a distance there. But the shots are coming in so quickly and so cleanly. You got to dodge those.
Like you said, I don't think Poof realizes that Magic is shooting him down from the back. And now Inori come in and close those teeth down, the jaws.
Oh no, Magic peeked out for a sec there. They may have seen him. Oh, he's invisible though.
He's invisible for now, throwing that Sparky. He's not going to be able to do too much. It'll be impressive if he's able to separate one of them. But for now, he runs. And Inori, back on the thumbnail, Josh.
Back on the thumbnail. That's what you got to do to secure those wins. Obviously, you know, we were making jokes earlier that was going to be Wire all 3 games, but when you have teams like this, it's not an easy 100% win rate like that. You know, you got so many top teams here. Inori, one of them. We have both rated lineups here as well. We've got Luxury in here. It's stacked today. It is obviously one of those days where you can't be, you know, playing like halves. You know, you got to be putting everything into it. We also had Takar with Avox in there as well. Just all around stacker of a day, stacker of a game in general. So can't go too wrong with that. If there's anyone in chat who hasn't voted yet for the next map, please make sure that you do. We're going to be putting on that next map, so need to decide that ASAP. So get some votes in there real quick. You want it to be not too bad. It doesn't exist anymore. But Thunder Realms or Sunset City. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. I'm going to end it as soon as vote number 31 does come in, because as Josh said, it's on 50-50 right now, and we can't start that room.
You literally get to
until one
decide
of
the
you.
map. Whoever votes next gets to decide the map. I'm just saying. So
Someone in
let us
there.
know.
Vote Sunder, says
Unless you guys are all
Brad
just
Lexia.
super active and voted in advance, in which case, appreciate you guys voting so quickly.
Is someone making a fake account just to log in and vote? Have 2 votes.
Oh, my bad. that was me. No.
If we don't get another vote soon, we are going to have to just do the old first one in. Vote Sunder. It looks like Sunder's
Come on,
got
someone.
2 calls. So give it
It's got
10.
15, obviously. Got 15 on both of them there, guys. Somebody
No.
vote quick.
8.
There's 21 of you guys in here. Have you already
7.
voted?
6.
Are we that,
5.
that's
4.
I guess that's what we get for opening the early voting polls, you know?
Yeah. Right, this is what we're going to do then,
Very, very
Josh.
split.
We did it last time.
Flip a coin?
We could flip a coin, but no one can. We haven't got a cap. What I was gonna say was what we did last week was after I count down from 3, the first person in that says either sunset or sunset is what calls it. Sound good?
Cool.
Tiebreaker.
You heard
okay,
it.
then chat. Here we go.
Somebody type of mapping.
On the count of 3, first one in there. 3, 2, 1. First one who's got it gets the map. Map choice is yours. Nobody? Sunset before Christ got it.
Oh, quick.
We got all 3 maps on there as well. Sunset, Sunder, and
You guys are
Lambton, but
all
it goes
so silly.
to Sunset City.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Before Christ winning it for us.
Sneaking that one in there.
There you go then,
Oh,
guys.
what was the vote on the poll, though? Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. I betrayed the
You
poll.
betrayed the poll. End poll. We've actually made...
I don't know. It's too late now, right? In Sunset City, we
we
already
did.
decided. We
Did
switched
we
up the plan.
already?
I already started the game for what it's worth. so.
Should... Yeah.
Sorry, chat.
Who was
I had to
that?
be quicker than that.
Who was vote number
Who was the
31?
tiebreaker?
Who did it? Who took us over the edge?
Hopefully it was before Christ, so that and just decided to be controversial and
Yeah.
vote both ways.
Just split.
Yeah, I respect it, honestly. All right, getting that next lobby started up. Post
Yes.
this, post that. All right, I'll be
Yeah,
back.
so... Okay, then. So Cinder won. Oh, easy, but because no one was voting, we counted down to 3. And we said the first one in. And it's before Christ got Sunset. And just as Josh created the room, Cinder won. So sorry, it's actually going to be on... It's going to be on Sunset. Josh has made that room. We've already got half in.
You think you can win? Prove it.
We're half full. GG's, Magic. I don't think Poof saw you from behind there, did he? He's emptying sniper shots into his back. And he's thinking it's coming from the front. It was quite funny. While we wait, though, we can... So, map 1's done. Map 2's done. And map 3 is going to be Sunset. GG's. We just have a recap of locking him out of this game, and there he goes. Panjay Anori out, rated, on top of the building, and potentially on the top of this lobby.
Oh, style points.
styling it out.
This
as
one's
they
you, oh,
go
easy.
to find
Oh no.
team
Oh.
number 18. He stands in the open as he puts off the ultimate. He took that chance to get them 3 shots off. 18
For what
split.
it's worth, you
Worried.
probably saw the res icon there as well, so trying to get that ultimate there right as fast as possible before that res gets off. Was probably hoping that it was a little bit longer. Regardless, still managed to pull that one off there. 11 kills, rated E.
Rated E, proving that they
Unstoppable.
should be on a thumbnail as well there. 11 kills, unstoppable. And next week, maybe we
right.
will put them on there as well.
Let's go, rated E. Proving the thumbnail wrong. That's impressive. That's 2v2 here. Mia with split. They could win this if they do something special here.
And Farina gets himself into the aimbot. He's down already, though. It's Lace alone. And the rest of Wire are going to collapse on top of Lace as he hides in his smoke, scared. And there goes Lace. And Wire take game number 2.
When it comes down to it, I will say that's pretty much exactly what Luxury needed to do in that situation there. Isolate off a player there and force a fight where it was at least even. And when it came down to it, they got it pretty close there. They got one player cracked, one player almost cracked. And unfortunately, in that time where they were not able to, if they were able to get that finish there, they might have been able to close it out and even that one out in a way where they get that shield swap and then they can fight that second 2v2. Unfortunately, it does seem that Miwa was quick to close that distance there and regroup with his team. And thanks to that, they were able to come out on top.
Yeah, gotta be wondering to themselves there, Luxury, if they'd gone right rather than left and they had isolated him on that side, if it would have changed differently. But let's not take away from Wire tonight with 13 kills and taking
Absolutely.
game number 2.
See what it's like to be in Bookie's spot here. Obviously, probably pretty scared here. Lace is pushing forward. Oh, I don't even think he's going to get much time to act here. Was going for his heal still.
He still was, and he didn't even bring out that MG7 that he had, which potentially was his only chance when Lace came around and wasn't aware where he was. And Luxury take game number 3, our third and final of the night. So that was a recap of last week. At the moment, it's down to Luxury and Rated to get themselves back up here. And chat, I'm going to put an idea past you as this lobby fills up. We've got 58 in there, so I better be quick. But seeing as we get Luxuries, the Wires, the Rateds, the Inori, usually the ones that take home this lobby. And I was thinking maybe we'll cook up a point system to do with you kind of being, seeing as it's legend scrims, the legends for that week, that sort of pits the lobby against you. If any of the lobby take you down or make sure that you're not, and I'm not quite sure how it would work. If anyone watched
You think you can win? Prove it.
because did anyone watch, I know some of you guys are American, I don't know if you've got a show called Robot Wars, where there were the house robots, and the people who'd come in had to make their own robots and fight against the house robots, which were far superior to these little rinky-dink robots that people were making in their own garages and backyards. And it just felt kind of like that's what, you know, we fill this lobbies up with sometimes randoms, and there's a good mix of people that, you know, from Legend Scrims as well, that maybe we do something along those lines. So you just have to let me know what you think about that. I thought it was a quite good idea, but the room has started. Bring Josh back in.
Thank you.
There he is. And
I'm
there-
back at Sunset City.
Sunset City.
Love this place.
Josh goes to vacation, get himself a tan, get away from that cold Canada weather.
You know, especially like a couple months ago, I was pretty much only in Sunset City. Like I was hardly at my house. So, you know how it is. You know, gotta love that sun. There's a lot of open area in this place, so I just put like a towel down and I lay down and I'm set. Anywhere. It's great.
And then in comes the gunfire to just ruin it. But you're unfazed. You're still sat there with your sun cream on.
I'm just laying there. It's towel, right? Exactly. You know, what's the worst that could happen to me? I get shot? No, I'm laying down. I'm the only person who's ever laid down in Farlight. Like, I'm just saying, pretty impressive.
I'm saying we need Josh on Sunset City emote. You can sit on that beach. As Chris gets mowed down, spray all over from luxury into nerd. Squad number 11.
That's the one thing about Sunset is that the early game fights on this map just seem to be so quick and so you know, some people are just so good at it. Oh man, Saruchi there getting some nice angles on that one there. This is a team you gotta be scared of as well here. Brad's a little bit split, but for now I think it's gonna be a situation of as long as they can close this out quick enough, they won't have to worry. Oh, top angles.
Oh, they're swinging right back over to Riverview, right in the middle of the fight. Looks like Dagger was getting the pointed end of that into the other team, though. Fenrir assault rifle is Norse's nightmare. Are we on the EU server again then, Josh? I see your easy stuff in the chat saying, yeah. Give us the NA.
Oh, sorry guys. Yeah, no. In general, just time-wise, this works out a little bit better for most EU players. So we try to kind of prioritize the EU servers for the most part, but we can definitely do days where it'll be NA focused. But I know we also get a lot of frustration if we do scrims around this time and do NA servers. So, yeah.
It's a bomb off. And aimbot wins it. Yeah. So, sorry about that, easy.
Fluxob here, player. Coming in big, getting 2 kills. Can't go wrong with that.
And here is easy stuff.
Big fan.
Leading the vanguard. Decides to hunt
that distance.
a wolf. A god wolf. I am God Wolf. He's got his head for his mantle. Dang, that was flashy.
We're seeing a 3-way fight come out here. 17-9 and Team 2 here. Team 2 having all 3 players left alive here. Definitely the favorites in this situation here, but it seems like Easy is going to try to close in on Emilio here.
Ready to stay in this one. Emilio, yeah, does get mowed down.
Ooh, and Daddy Grizzly also getting taken out there as well.
I am God Wolf has been rezzed though. Looks like they're trying to find them.
Yeah, definitely seems like they're trying to look for these guys here. God Wolf back alive here. Daniel getting taken out. And now they're closing that distance again.
Yeah, Katop.
Oh man, it's just so quick.
Heard Wolf's clumpy feet. Try to be stealthy. But you can't
Z99 made it out though.
Did he round the back?
So they
they
still
didn't
have a
find him.
chance.
He was hiding. Got 99 problems.
Definitely a good disengage.
Z not in one.
Decided to get out of there. Let's see. Where are we fighting? Ooh, rated S, and this is going to be the Avox and Magic lineup here.
Okay. Bow ultimate to start it off.
Secures them a building to play from at least.
It's Pew trying
Honestly,
to
they
find
do
magic.
sort of have to worry about Nova Planetarium here too. Oh, Brad's so quick to close that distance. That's so confident. Holy.
Just flew himself through that. And his team following up. Just got to play catch up with Brad there.
Oh,
Trapping freedom. And it sent them running now.
Oh, we heard a slide there. Nice. I gotta say, when it comes to that, just that whole overall engagement there, we saw a little bit of damage come out. The ultimate from Bo coming out there was also, I think, a lot of the reason why you saw that that aggressive dive from Brad there. It creates a complete wall of vision where they don't even expect you to come in there. Obviously you might hear the footsteps, but with that ultimate sound and everything else around, it's a hard one. So, great job from Brad to be able to capitalize on that one there, and just having that game sense to consider that.
And then to see a dreadlock man fly through, beaming his rifle, it's pretty scary. Erratic Zone, it's not a tournament. We do this every Friday. It's custom games. You can get in them, but fortunately for you, though, this is the last game of the night. But we do this every Friday at 7 p.m. UTC +1. So if you're around next week at the same sort of time, you can get yourself into these lobbies. You can come in solo, or you can bring your team with you. I do recommend bringing a team with you. The same as Wire are doing here. And taking Katop to the bottom. Hey, making sure to close the distance. Vendetta sees his chance. Poof pops out.
Easy's got to get out of here somehow. Find some way to hide. No, but they found him there. They saw him rotating in there. And just like that, we're going to see Wire taking out Easy. But look who's coming in as gold shields too.
Wire get third-partied by Luxury. This is something that they don't like. They like to do to others, not to themselves. Here comes Banana Man to paint them into his own banana suit. Painting them a shade of yellow. Down the bank. Doing well to evade their Wire. Oh no, Furious. Couldn't run up. And Lace and Co push them back into the sea.
For Luxury there, they had a really good situation with the high ground there. You saw Lace, how he was picking his angles there. He was making sure to look for the right-hand peak every single time he peeked over that edge there. So, just great game setting sense and just great technique by Luxury there.
And we're over in Carnival now. And we'll see Squad 19, what sort of skill level they have. Not a team we've seen before. And Nemesis has been knocked somewhere on the map. Seems to be fighting Team 14.
Uh-oh. All these people fighting here are going to be feeling pretty sad about that in a second here. They've got, one down.
Oh! A hop and a pop. Hope Boy. A hop and a pop to evade. Not for long, though. Saruki with that M4 assault rifle and the sniper rifle.
We do see a stronger team approaching there. We've got Takar A, and then Gogulet from We Stay Hard White there. So three stacked lineups, or three stacked clans there, but just good players from each team there. I'm gonna have to worry about the position here. I think honestly, if you're in Team 8 situation, you either want to be taking a little bit more high ground or just disengaging. There's just in Takar's situation, they have such an easy way to close this distance there. They're higher, so if they use any mobility, they're pretty much right on top of him. As you can see, Mbappe's gotten right in here quick. He's put out an ultimate here. I think it does get killed, unfortunately, by the bow ultimate though, so might be a bit of a stressful situation here for Mbappe.
Nice cover, and Z99 being a thorn in their side from all the way down in Todd's Hot Rod has made his way now to just pepper some shots over in the direction of Carnival as Rated are trying to get out in the car.
Ooh, barely. Oh no, get out now. Now they've got to actually make a decision here. We see Gogulet getting taken out here. The rest of his team's pushing up slowly, but not quite fast enough here. Brad Laxton lost his shield. Actually, all three have now. And they're closing that distance. Oh, Brad's down, but Seo is as well. Now it's going to be Mbappe here is the last player left alive here. He's fighting two players with white shields. As long as they can position well here, they could still come out on top.
He tries to get away. Pew says no. It misses him though. And Mbappe is getting away. Sarucci on top. He does have that. I got your back, Brad Lexion.
Good decision that from both of those players there. Pew deciding to play aggressive, putting that pressure so that he can't get
a heal off on the enemy side there, but at the same time, Suruchi got that the heal off, so he can play aggressive, play confident, uses that pad, and just closes that distance. That's exactly how you need to do that there, just to make sure that there is no loss of life, especially with such limited HP they had.
And now we're going to see Luxury full shielded up, 13 kills on them. Go over to... And it looks like a Young scans trying to get off. Oh no, it wasn't Young, sorry, that was an Ember. It looked like Young there for the silhouette. Thought he had his hands to his head, and he didn't. He was just stood there, waiting for his death.
Suruchi got that drop there as well, so going to be interesting to see what kind of utility they managed to get that when they got that experience as well from that drop. So brought them up to red shields on at least one of their players now. So evening it out a little bit with Luxury. But for now, they're going to have to see if they can get into zone or get held off by Team 9 here.
They're using that exploding car as cover to their left. Getting pipped by Luxury, though. And dancing around trees. Gets the shield swapping some loot in, but they can't. They're not safe here.
Oh, man.
Aimbot's shooting. No. Oh, Aimbot's shooting gallery. Shoots himself a pew. It's 2 members of Rated E and Dagger. Brad Lexion now. Can't get a good angle though.
If it was potentially an Arbiter or what got taken out of that drop there, it seems like Suruchi hasn't. I haven't heard any Arbiter shots, so I would doubt it being the case there. If they did have it, I think they would have been able to be a little bit more situated. Just being able to have that pressure and knowing that it exists is almost enough to stop people from peeking the Arbiter.
Her name is having a nice swim. Few Brad Lexion's got different ideas though.
Oh no!
Her name is Drowns.
Oh no!
Brad Lexion to do the same. Aimbot. Proving why his name.
Those Luxury guys.
Oof.
Spooky. They hit those.
Suruchi hits those as well though, and he wants to avenge his teammate.
Yeah, and there's one thing that you can't really do on this map is get buddies. So you're not going to see a Buzzy come out here and be that kind of rescuing point that you see in most games here. We're seeing Azia here getting shot at from a long distance, but now he's made it himself maybe a little bit more of a free shot because he's got to worry about. Oh man, a shot's getting connected on his rotate in here. He's used his ult. He sees a player in front of him. Gets his heal off. Is he going to go commit?
Guys to come behind in that Phantom. He's seen though as he's too close.
He's going to get the heal off. It does look like he will.
Gets himself kebabbed. Luxury on the hunt now for Suruchi. And the ult wears off. And he's back to normal speed. Jump pad comes down. Is he going to get around the mountain before Luxury find him?
Right, I mean, if you're in that situation, Luxury's probably thinking, oh, well, he's going to be on either one of these sides of this mountain here, so let's get ready. So, definitely not the situation you want to be in here. We're down to 9 players left alive here. Let's take a look at the map. We've got Avox in Riverview. We've got Fluxob in Riverview there, and Luxury holding in Suruchi just on the edge of zone there. He's managed to stay alive so far, and theoretically might be able to rotate into, I believe that's Pew here. Oh no, he's been seen. He's been found.
He's been found, and there's another fight going on the other side of the map. There we go.
Oh, he's got a return.
Oh,
man.
Did so well there, though. No, we didn't see that fight, but to knock one of them.
Yeah, right, exactly. In a 3v1 situation, even returning 1 kill is almost usually impossible, so pulling that off, definitely a great job right there. We're seeing Freedom here taking out Fluxob player. They've just got 1 left alive on that lineup now.
And reducing is making sure to reduce their visibility, but not for long. I'm the better Ember, says Freedom.
Oh.
Jonathan isolated.
And we're getting to our final 3v3. This is kind of how our previous matchup ended up with that long-range distance engagement there. Obviously, it really is one of those experience plays here where to come out on top here. Both these teams obviously seem to be quite experienced, so don't think it's going to be a free fight for either of these teams here. Going to have to play smart.
Luxury, of course, have taken many of these games before. Freedom comes onto the left flank. He's going to find himself on top of Lakes.
Uh-oh.
Avox's shots tries to find Faker. Missing, though. Not hitting those, though. Magic getting a little cracked.
Team 13 was blessed with zone in the situation here. You might see them regroup up and take a full hold on to where Chrono is right now. Just because you're going to be able to hold off that Riverview team that's rotating in from there. It's quite open for what it's worth.
Freedom comes bounding over the dune. His shield is shattered. As you said, they do have that zone advantage, but it has allowed Luxury to push in a little closer. Only trees stand between them and Avox. They're fending them off now. And sniper shots ring out across the valley.
They did solidify themselves up in this building here. We're going to have to see if Magic can pull off something with his bow ultimate right now. It seemed like he was just using it for mostly for UAV, it seems, getting some information, because he did not end up using it. But the cooldown will be shortened because of that. So for now, they've just got to make sure that they can get some clean shots off as they push in here, because Luxury will have to move at some point. We're seeing Lace going quite far right here, trying to use that hill ridge to get some pressure on Team 13 here.
And you do not want Lace anywhere near you with that Ember ultimate if he does get close. Chrono comes to greet him, though. They are looking there. He's split. And out comes the ultimate. It's going to move them out of that building. It's spread out like ants. And Luxury like a kid with a magnifying glass. And that beam's coming down on Freedom. Another ultimate comes out from their end.
Uh-oh.
And everyone plays musical chairs a little bit here. Freedom is low, and he's caught in the crossfire.
3 separate angles to be watching in that situation. Just great positioning, and being able to do that is honestly quite hard. Magic getting taken out there. Faker connecting those shots. It's going to be down to Chrono here in the 1v3. It's going to be a tough one here. I don't think he's going to be able to force a res here. So now it's just going to be a situation of if they're going to just go in all together, or if they're just going to try to go for something a little fancier. And Aimbot going for fancy is what he does. And just like that, finishing off that last player, Chrono 404. And with that, we've got Luxury as our 3rd winner of the day.
Luxury +1. Showing us how that one is done there. An interesting zone close. We don't usually see those types of where it's a sniper fight at the end, though. Something a little different there, as you said. Vox coming out with that advantage of zone advantage, height advantage, and Luxury doing well to split themselves up, make themselves a nuisance, and spread out a Vox and take that 3rd and final game there. Which means, of course, that they are going to stay on the thumbnail for another week.
You think you can win?
We have game 1 was Wire, game 2 was Nori, game 3 was Luxury, correct?
It was, which means it goes back and returns to... That's an easy job for me. I can just use last week's thumbnail.
Is that actually the case? Let me see.
I think so.
Oh, yeah. That's so funny. That's how it goes. So consistency, for what it's worth, is clearly the thing. This week, those 3 teams will be our legends returning for next week, where they'll get to try to reclaim those titles. Obviously, it's there's one of those things. This is one of the few things that we can use to compete at this point. Obviously, I'll be honest, guys. My thoughts recently about. I'm just gonna ramble a bit because I want to ramble. I like to do this. About the beta. If you guys haven't noticed, known already, the China beta is coming to a conclusion in I think a day or 2 days or something like that. So I'll be honest, when I initially saw that there was a China beta coming out, I thought it was going to be running the whole time until like our next beta came out. But it is honestly a little reassuring hearing that, oh, okay, there is, it wasn't just like us being like left out type of thing, I was also reading that in the post they were talking about how the China our version, like the international version is still delayed. So they were trying, like,
indirectly kind of like implying like, yeah, you can go play the older version if you want to fill your time. So might see some more Chinese players come in playing the international version, which is kind of neat there as well. But all in all, it definitely makes a lot more sense why the beta was delayed, knowing that they're doing the beta over there in like phases and stuff like that. It wouldn't make sense for them to do it, that way if they were, having the international version on the same patch, because people would just come back over here and play it. So definitely an interesting thing to see. It definitely makes it a little bit more understandable from their initial kind of delaying it, but just kind of a little bit more reassuring having that in mind, being like, okay, well, at least they didn't just do it for no reason, you know what I mean? There was at least a plan behind it, which is always something that we're looking for in terms of watching how the game goes and stuff like that. So just ramble about that and let you guys know, just in case it hasn't, you haven't been told about that or seen that or anything like that. Just one of those extra things there. We had also for the China version, they had, I think it was like 820,000 signups in the last 6 days or something like that. So pretty crazy numbers when you think about it. Obviously, there's a lot of people in China, but still crazy numbers at the end of the day. And with their beta ending, it's going to be interesting to see when their next kind of beta phase is, and what kind of changes we see when that happens.
There it will be fun. I put the lights down for you. There you had your little ramble, as you like to call them.
Nice. But ramble once in a while.
Yeah. But good, good information to know, just so, they are at least putting that info out, so people will be aware of that. But in the meantime, until that update does come out, we will be here again every Friday. If you're new here, drop that sub, like up the stream. Trying to get this channel to 2K, just so some of these diamonds, I know, Erratic Zone, you were asking about, is this a tournament? We can maybe make some of those prize pools, a little more prize pool rooms for you guys, just a little more. We can get more diamonds for the video output we're doing. So if you like what you see here, do drop that sub. Come over and we can get some prize pool rooms for you too. In the past as well, of course, there was the rated collab where they put up their own money to run a prize pool, so get yourself in there. But we will be hosting all the way up until the update, and then hopefully when the update is running, we will get in-game tournaments back as well. But for now, this is what we got, these custom rooms every Friday. So thanks for you guys playing, thanks for showcasing your skill. That's what we like to do here. We hone our casting as well, and hopefully get you some clips when we're popping off here.
Also, just want to say thank you to all the people who make video content out of our streams and stuff like that. I mean, in general, it's always kind of cool to see. I'm going through I'm on TikTok, scrolling through, and all of a sudden I hear Lister's voice, and I'm like, oh, odd, huh? I hear my voice, I'm like, oh, huh, odd. I don't know, just one of those cool things that I see every once in a while. So just showing some appreciation and all that good stuff.
Yeah, definitely. As I've seen a few of Demon's TikToks, or Wire made a compilation. I'll have to get that on maybe for next week and get some. But yeah, we love to see it. Obviously, as well on stream, if there's anything you see, YouTube does have a clipping thing as well, doesn't it? So I know, guys, you guys are probably playing, but if you are on the rewatch, clip some of the clips. We can play them on this stream, or like make video highlights out of it, just so we know what sort of stuff you like to see, or what's going down. So but apart from that, I think that's us here, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, exactly.
Okay then, guys, it'd be goodbye from me, goodbye from Joshua, and until this time next week, we'll see you then.
Peace.